Y'all know Mercury is in retrograde, right? It is totally true, and all week long weird things have been happening. So this is the last weird thing that's going to happen, and I think we fixed it. Is it good now for everybody? All right. Perfect. Can you hear me now? Yes. All right. So did you learn some things about people you never knew? And now I'm going to have a little competition. Who has the best app in the room? We are going to give them a pair of knee-high purple nerd socks. All right. Okay, hold on. Her hand went up. Say it loud. Which one? Venmo. Venmo is a money app. And what you can do is very easily pay people. If anybody wants to try it out at Nerdy BFF, you can easily pay people back, give money to your kids, whatever you need to do through Venmo, or get money back from other people and your kids. That's never going to happen. All right, you said you have the best app.
Movavi, Canva.
Okay.
Skills,
So,
Udemy.
oh my God, well, you got to pick one.
Oh, Movavi.
What is Movavi?
Okay, it's an app for editing your videos. So if you post your videos online, but they kind of go together. So Canva and Movavi.
Canva and Movavi
Yes.
for posting your videos online and editing them.
That's right. Easy editing.
M-O-
Easy edit. M-O-V-A-V-I. It says Movavi Clips.
M-O-V-A-V-I.
There's a pair of scissors on the app.
Movavi clips, and there's a pair of scissors on the app. Yes. RPR. Oh, there we go. Which one? N-O-Z-B-E? Okay. Remind me of what that one does. Task management. N-O-Z-B-E. Is that how you pronounce it? Nosby. All right. Why did they? That's weird. Okay, on the end. Gift. Oh, you put all your gift cards on one app and it keeps track of them. Skip, what you got? Oh, the Keller Williams Kelly AI app. Excellent. Are you perhaps from Keller Williams? No. All right, over here, what you got?
The best to-do reminder. I have so much stuff going on, and it will remind me and ping me and keep pinging me until I do what I need to do.
And what's the name of it?
To-do reminder.
To-do reminder. Very, very aptly named. All right, yes. Vivino, yes. Mary C. Kelly, you need to know this one. Oh, she knows this one. Yes, you take a picture of wine bottles. It'll tell you where you can get it. You can rate it for you. You can take notes on it. Okay, we're going to come right up here. Babbel, so that's a language learning app. Perfect. Oh, those are nice. Those are nice. A date calculator, and not the kind I needed in college. To help you figure out when 15 days out is and things like that. In the back. Which one? Camcard. So that's a scanning app to organize cards. Yes. Quick Office. So that is a Microsoft Office look-alike. That. And you can take them with you all the time. Okay, right here. Oh, so great way to save your text messages and your text correspondence. Just for that person. SMS to text. All right, we got a lot of people in here, but I can take two more. I'm going to take you. Tiny scanner, very similar to card scan. They can do a lot of things. This gentleman is like waving at me. Oh, I love that one. It's so much fun. So it's augmented reality, and it's Living Wine Labels is the app. The chain of the winery is 19 Crimes is one of them, and there's a Walking Dead one. If you've seen The Walking Dead, that comes to life. You hold your phone over the label, and it comes to life. And with 19 Crimes, it's like all these criminals who tell their story. And then with The Walking Dead, it breaks out of the thing. I was having dinner with appetizers with some people one time, and one of their trucks went by. We were at a winery or at a bar, and one of the trucks went by, and I'm like, everybody outside! And I made them run all around this truck doing it. I'm like, this is what I mean. It's so awesome. I haven't been asked out again. I don't think that was right. Dude, you have one more? Okay, so this was Movavi. And you guys tweet them out. If you have some, tweet them out and use our hashtags and everything and say, my favorite app is what? So that y'all can all share them. So I have to choose the favorite app, and I'm sorry, but the bar app with the wine bottles, you win. But, yay, but you have to wear these now. Here you go. Would you pass? I'm afraid of those things. There you go. Oh, you can wear them on your arms. Wherever you like, sir. Sometimes you say things and they just don't work the way you thought they did. All right. This is the most important picture you need to take today. We promised you 30-plus apps. There's no way I'm going to get to everything, probably even that I have. And I have way more stuff on this site. So, nerdybff.com/Florida Realtors _2018. Also, please, if you like these kind of things, sign up for my newsletter. Text the word nerd to 66866. Anybody on my newsletter? Okay, one person. Does it suck?
It's awesome. Best newsletter ever. Comes out every Friday. Get rid of all the other ones except mine. And yes.
If y'all haven't met Mary C. Kelly, she's actually one of my dear friends, but beyond that, she's one of the best speakers here. Anybody see her today? Yes. That's true, right? Yes. So, productiveleaders.com. Yes. All right. This is the best picture I've ever taken. I like to put it up. Here we go. So what we're going to do, if you guys were in my earlier session, I gave you a sneak preview to this, but what we're going to do is have kind of a game show. And right here, we should have people who are the card masters. Where are my card masters? All right, so we're going to get card masters all the way down. When someone in your row gets one right, it's on an honesty system. You're going to pass down cards, and they get a card if they get one right. So these are some quick reference guides to some of my favorite apps, and they're random. This question may surprise you. How long does the average person these days stay at a job? All right, wait. I have options. 4+ years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. Who says 4+? All right. Who says 3? Okay. 2 and 1. All right. Remember, you have to be honest about whether you get it. It is 4+ years. 4+ years. It surprises people because people think that people are moving on. But that doesn't mean that they're happy in those 4+ years, right? It doesn't mean they're all working really well, but it may mean that they've figured out a way to stay on task. So here are some task management tools I wanted to give you. Again, this was one I sneak peeked this morning. This is called YVA.ai, and what it does is it lets you, when all of your emails come in, hold on. There we go. I got a 1-chin limit, and if she gets me at the wrong angle, scars me for life. With this one, if you get a long email and inside there are 2 or 3 things that are actually requests, and you don't read it because it's long. So YVA goes into your email and pulls out those little pieces and parts. So this was a long email from this person named Gina Sutherland, and she says, we're getting ready to submit our hotel room list. When are you arriving and departing? Not only does it pull it out of the long email, but it highlights the part that it thought was a task. It sends it back to me in an email, puts it on a list, and gives me a deadline. Yes?
I saw Todoist on the bottom. Does it actually connect to Todoist?
It doesn't connect to Todoist, but that's my next slide.
Oh.
Yeah. YVA, an alternative, is Todoist. So YVA.ai, they do have a paid version that has some other characteristics, but the free version, the tasks version, will do that for you. And I've been using it for quite a while, and I've learned to ignore all of the notifications in both areas. So, yay me. So we already talked about Nosby, right? Nosby, and we talked about to-do reminder. Is that what this was called? What other things do you guys use for task management? Holler it out. Todoist, all right? Which one? Lick up. What he said, go ahead and tweet that. I didn't get I don't want to spell it. Or look it up. But there are several of these things. Microsoft Outlook has really good tools. Who uses pen and paper? I do. I keep track of things on pen and paper, but for my long lists, I do different things. The most organized person in my world is named Molly, and she's real. Some of you may think she's just artificial intelligence, but she's real intelligence. Molly swears by Todoist, puts her whole life in there, and it works just like you would think a to-do list would. You make lists, you make sub-lists. You can assign them to other people. You can put deadlines on them. They come back to you. One of the things I like about it the most is that I do a lot of work in Gmail, and when I get a task in, I have to pull it out and write it somewhere for a to-do list. Well, not with Todoist. You just forward it. The whole thing becomes the to-do. Here's another one I like. Any Trello fans out there? By the way, what is your name, sir, again? Eddie. Eddie is a super nerd. I just want you to know. He's like, got it, maybe, got it. Seriously, he's the kind of resource that you should have dinner with because he's going to be able to tell you all kinds of different things. So, Eddie, thank you for being here, and thank you for being a resource. He's bald. He's up here. You'll find him. So, Trello is a project management tool that's also a task management tool. So you can use it for your personal tasks, but you can also use it for project management. All of us have projects we manage and people we depend on to pull off things, and they don't. And then you're left, maybe somebody's holding you responsible, and you're like, it's not my fault. I keep writing emails to the person with little smiley faces at the end saying, hey, did you happen to check that out? I'm waiting on your signature. Trello will keep it all together. It's like a bulletin board, right? It's organized like a bulletin board, and on it are different cards of information. So for people who are less tech savvy, it's fairly easy to pick up. And for people who are more tech savvy, and this isn't really differentiated by age, it's more differentiated by comfort level. People who are more tech savvy are over the scroll, you know what I mean? Like if the pages and pages of information, even though it's helpful information, they just won't do it. They like the little bits of information. So both people and all kind of levels in between will be able to do it. Plus, it's got a robust free version. All right. This is less, it's not an app. It's a technique that has a lot of apps that go along with it. Anybody ever hear of the Pomodoro technique? Anybody not going to raise your hand no matter what I ask? Sure, there are a few of you in there. And there we go, one in the right in the front row. So the Pomodoro technique is how I really get things done. When we are interrupted constantly, we cannot work. We try, but we cannot work. We cannot multitask. We think we can, we cannot. And if you really need to think, here's what happened. This guy, an Italian project management or Italian time management guru kind of guy, had a kitchen timer shaped like a tomato. Tomato in Italian is Pomodoro. He set that timer for 25 minutes, and he did one thing during that 25 minutes. He worked on one project or one email or one thing, nothing else. Other things dinged and danged and tried to get his attention. Nope. He would do one thing for 25 minutes, and then he would stop and do other things for 5 or 10 minutes and then go back. This is the Pomodoro technique. This is how I write my books. This is how I write a lot of things, and it's very important for those of us who are doing too much, which is everybody, to have that clarity. So there are tons of apps that are around this. One's called Focus Dots. One's called Forest. There's all kinds of fun things where you grow your Pomodoro spots and dots and things to keep you motivated to go. Uh-oh, I have a disclaimer.
Morning session. May make your likely department at this
question may make your IT department mad. Most of us have a lot of autonomy in the kind of tools we use as real estate professionals, but some of us have some guidelines that we have to live within. So please, before you go in and change everything, go and ask whoever's in charge of your apps, whether it be a real IT department or your 12-year-old daughter, whoever holds the key to what you're allowed, 19-year-old daughter, whoever holds the key, go check with them. Now, why didn't I just tell you that? I sang it to you because I love this app. It's called Ditty. And with Ditty, you take a sentence, you pick a song, you press a button, and it makes a video. It's hard for me sometimes to show these things behind the scenes because until I just told Mary C. Kelly how easy it was to send her a birthday greeting, she probably thought I was amazing. But now she knows that I could have been in the restroom, doing this, hit and play, sending it off to her, woohoo, check mark on that, off a to-doist. Very easy. Now, why would you do this? Because you're not getting attention some other ways. Watch this. Again, I could have done that in the restroom. You never know. But in seconds, I changed hey, this is my 7th email. I really want to get in touch with you, to a communication that people maybe engage with. All right. This is a question I asked this morning, but we're going to ask it again. If you know the answer, don't tell it or get another card. I don't care. We send about we receive about 120 to 140 emails a day, and we send about 40 as a whole, professionals. What percentage of emails that we receive is spam? All right, hold on. I got some choices. Card masters, get ready. Is it 20%, 50%, 90%, or all of it? Okay. A, 20%. B, 50%. C, 90%, or all of it. Okay, if you raised your hand for 50%, you get a card. All right, card masters, pass it down. If we need more cards. All right. Our card master double packs are coming around. So if you need more cards, card masters, there are some up here. Just come get them. Or something. All right. It's actually 49%. Here's a couple of ways to deal with them. I showed this morning, but I think it's worth showing again. This is one thing I've been using lately.
Your inbox is probably overwhelming. Let's be honest, most of us don't enjoy dealing with it. That's why we built Astro, to help separate the signal from the inbox noise. Astro's email apps are full of features, like snooze, open tracking, and send later. But we didn't stop there. To end inbox overload, we brought artificial intelligence to email. Meet Astrobot, your new AI-powered assistant. Within seconds, Astrobot helps you clean your inbox and stay on top of things throughout the day. Plus, Astrobot is learning new skills and moving to new places. Now it can help you conquer your email in Slack. And this is just the beginning. We're on a mission to help you focus on what's most important. 3, 2, 1. Your inbox just got smarter.
So I've been using Astro for several months now. I really like it. It told me the other day, it said, you keep getting Twitter notifications and you're not really looking at them. Do you want me to auto-archive them? I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. And then it's judgy. It's like, you haven't opened up your Weight Watchers newsletter in forever. Do you want to unsubscribe? And I'm like, no, fully committed. All right, I got a bonus prize for someone. Okay, what the heck? I'll give away a copy of my second to latest book Does Astro work with Outlook? Astro would replace Outlook. So you would take your emails into Outlook, or from Outlook, and you would receive them in the system that is Astro. So you use SaneBox. Yes, that's another one that's kind of using this advanced stuff. Gmail just upgraded its stuff to do a lot more of these kind of things. Maelstrom. Maelstrom. Yep, is another one. There are several in this category that are starting to really filter through things. That's using artificial intelligence. It's reading your emails. And it's analyzing them and understanding them. This is all hashtag helpful but creepy. All right. A prize. Who has in this room the most unread emails on your phone? 6113. Do I have more than 6113? All right. Anybody over 10,000? 85,000. No, 25,000. All right. 19,000. 16,000. Some of you are feeling a lot better about yourselves. What is yours? 71,000. Do I have more? Uh-oh. How many? 131,000? 131,000 unread emails. Woohoo!
I feel good about my 90,000.
You just made the entire room feel better about themselves. All right, here's another way to get rid of some emails. This one's called Unroll.me. Any Unroll.me fans out here? Okay. Nope. Sometimes. What Unroll.me does is it goes into your web-based email, looks at all your subscription services, and then it lines them all up. It says, do you want to unsubscribe? Click one button, and you can unsubscribe from them all. Do you want to digest? So there's a difference.
I want to correct that. I have 132,094.
132,094. Dude, you're getting a book. Here we go. And you kind of, I'm going to give this to you, but I want you to stop being proud of that.
Thank you.
We're going to try to help you with that. He was like, I won. I'm like, did you? Did you really? So Unroll.me not only does it help you unsubscribe, but it also, there's a difference in the spam world between spam and bacon, just like in real life. Right? Spam is anything you don't want, whether it be a Nigerian prince, or it's a legislative update you don't look at anymore. But bacon is stuff you do want, but you can't have all the time because it clogs everything up, right? It's the confirmations that something happened that you really want to know about, but when they come in one by one, they're just overwhelming your inbox. It's the sales stuff that you like to keep an eye on. It's Mary C. Kelly's newsletter that you really want to read, but when it comes in, sometimes you're overwhelmed. You end up deleting everything or saving it so you have 132. You're not going to delete hers. But Unroll.me will let you choose whether you want to get the bacon ones in one digest. So once a day, it comes in one digest and lets you look very quickly. Rather than 15 emails, you just have pretty much 15 blocks in an email, and you can pick what you want to look at. All right, another question. On a scale of 1 to 5, what percentage of workers report level 4 stress or higher in their jobs? About a third, about 2/3, or all of them? Who says about a third? A. B. C. Oh, I'm sorry, C people. Go take a hot bath. Guess what? It's about a third. A level 4 or higher, we're healthier than we thought we were. All right, card masters, see if anybody won. About a third. They weren't real estate. But the interesting thing is, about a third report a level 4 or higher, but 2/3 report a level 3 or higher. That's a lot of stress. So there are some ways we can get rid of some of the stress. I have to, oh, hi, how are you? Welcome. This is not a good sight. All right. So I have a very serious question for you. It goes along with the thing. This is scientific, but do you like me? Yes. Okay. Are you learning something? Yes. Okay. And are you engaged with me? Yes. Okay. I want to remember you said that. Because during the time you've been listening to somebody you like, some of you in the back did not say you like me. I know who you are. But if you're listening to somebody you like, somebody you're engaged with, and somebody you're learning from, if during this time you have checked your phone for voicemail, text messages, emails, what have you, if you have checked your phone, except when we were tweeting earlier, for anything since I started talking, stand up. Be honest. Mary C. Kelly? And the rest of you, be more honest, please. So now, for 15 minutes after this session, people will come up and say, here's why I was on my phone. Does it matter? The rest of you are fibbing. Y'all can sit down. Look at that. More than half the room. And I'm actually surprised because realtors a lot of times are some of the worst because that's money right there. So some of you are checking it because it's habit. You can sit next to the person you love the most in the world at dinner, and that person looks at the menu for 17 seconds longer than you do. You're just like, something's on fire, I'm sure. I'm just going to check, see. But for most of us, a lot of times when we're checking like this, it's because something is happening that we're keeping an eye on. Is anybody waiting for something to happen, so that's why you keep checking? All right. We're going to talk to you right here. What are you waiting on?
I have a contract that I'm waiting to come in.
He's got a contract that he's waiting to come in. That's money, guys. This is how he makes his living, and it's hard sometimes to be here, and you're trying to be present, but that's checking and checking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to give you a tool that'll kind of bridge that gap and make it so you won't miss that. This tool is called if-ta-ta-ta. That's the way I say it, if-ta-ta-ta. It's if this, then that. They say it a different way. They make it rhyme with lift, but I like if-ta-ta-ta. And if this, then that is a multi-app automator, and what it lets you do is set up tiny little recipes that work behind the scenes that do things for you. If I change my Facebook picture, change my Twitter picture. If people are using my hashtag to send out things, save all those in a Google spreadsheet so I know what's happening. Domino's has one. It works a lot with the Internet of Things, and Domino's has one. And it's if Domino's is on its way to my house, you can say, turn on my Philips Hue light bulb on the front porch to light his way. And then what the heck? Turn on a little Barry Manilow on Alexa, because that's the kind of evening I'm going to have. If this, then that. It's a multi-app automator. So you can do things like set up social media this way, set up alerts coming in this way. I like to set up kind of things that hop off one another. How do you use it, Eddie? I know you were talking about that earlier.
I use it for things like if I get a contact that comes in through like MailChimp, it will send it automatically to a Google spreadsheet and add it to my Google contacts.
So as soon as a contact comes in through MailChimp or something, it'll send it automatically to a Google spreadsheet and his contacts because he's got these set up. These little recipes. I am so embarrassed, you guys. I just got this purse, and I keep forgetting how it works. I forgot to even plug it in, but pretend it's there. Hello? It's a guy saying, pretend this is a real phone call and get yourself out of this meeting. Because 30 seconds ago, I pushed a button on my watch that said, get me out of this meeting. Hold on just a second. Yeah, y'all are laughing now, but in 15 minutes, this whole section's going to be gone. Lost whole audiences that way. You'll be like, oh, Beth, this is important. I'll be back, never. Yeah. All the dates in college. So this tool can really help you automate things and pull all kinds of things together. So we talked about Cam Scanner. We talked about Tiny Scanner was the other one over here. Yeah, Tiny Scanner. I like this one a little bit better for one particular reason. Does everybody have a scanner on your phone? Scanners on your phone are fantastic. If you take a picture of a piece of paper on your phone with a camera, it looks like a picture of a piece of paper. If you use a scanner, it scans the edge, it finds the edges, it takes out the humpy bumps and the folds and all the shadows and things and makes it look like you ran it through a scanner. They're fantastic. And then you can just pretty much, you can sign documents, you can pretty much put a staple on it PDF-wise and send it back off. Office Lens goes one step further. To get the full functionality of Office Lens, you have to have somewhere in your world a subscription to Microsoft Office 365. It's $99 a year for 5 computers. I buy it every year. It's one of the most valuable things because they have these little extras. With Office Lens, with the subscription, without it, it just turns it into a PDF or a JPEG like the other. But when you have it, you can take a picture of a piece of paper in front of you, and within 2 or 3 clicks, take your finger, put it on the screen in Microsoft Word, and start typing. It turns that document into a formatted document that you can edit right there. I'm sorry, did lives just change right now? So some people are like, yay! Some people are like, does it work on locked PDFs? And I'm like, yeah, but don't use that because that's not wrong, but yeah. You just print it out, take a picture of it, it's all yours. Here is a bonus delegation tool, Slide Dial. Slide Dial. Did I give you any new ones, Eddie?
Yes.
All right. That's my goal, is the nerds in the front row usually know it all except for one, and I got him. So Slide Dial, so let's say you have 45 just checking in phone calls to make one afternoon. And Lord help you, you don't want any one of them to actually answer the phone. So Slide Dial, when you use it, it dials straight to voicemail. Yeah. And then they call back later, they're like, I don't know why I missed your call. It was sitting right here, and you're like, I don't know. And then 30 seconds later, oh, my other phone is ringing. I gotta go. You can manage this all over the place. So Slide Dial lets you do that. All right. Next question. How many emails does it take to schedule a meeting? All right, ready to vote? Is it 3, 23, or 53? Who votes? Wait, no, it's a trick question. It's 97,000 emails to set up a meeting. It's just horrible. Let me tell you about this tool. We talked about it in the other session too. It's called X.AI. What X.AI lets you do is manage your scheduling with artificial intelligence. Here's what happens. You meet someone at this event. They say, it was nice meeting you. I'd love to continue our conversation. Can I come by for coffee? You write back and say, sure. Amy, can you find 30 minutes for coffee at my office? Here's the kicker. Amy doesn't exist. Amy is 100% artificial intelligence, and Amy will work behind the scenes to schedule a meeting with you or with the person. So Amy, who doesn't exist, writes to Mary and says, happy to get something on the calendar. Do any of these times work? And here is the address. Mary, not knowing Amy doesn't exist, writes back and says, mornings are not so good, so 11 a.m. slots are out. 4 p.m. I can do. Thanks, Mayor. They're close now. That is natural language. And Amy understands and sends out an invitation. All without copying you, without CCing you, without going back and forth and setting things up. Are you creeped out? Just wait.
Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client.
It'll go
I'm
up.
looking for something on May 3rd.
It turns out
Is it okay?
a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. We think AI can help with this problem. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
Sure, give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, what time are you looking for around?
At 12 p.m.
We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15.
Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.?
Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for?
Just a woman's haircut for now.
Okay, we have at 10 o'clock.
10 a.m. is fine.
Okay, what's her first name?
The first name is Lisa.
Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex. It brings together all our investments over the years in natural language understanding, deep learning, text-to-speech.
Now are you creeped out? If I didn't tell you that that person wasn't a person, you would not know. If that person called you on the phone, you would not know. And that person is calling. So Google got in a lot of trouble for putting this out because people are like, "You're gonna fool us." And Google's like, "Yeah." No, they promised to say this is a digital assistant before the phone call, but here is the deal. I have used Amy before. I have said, this is a virtual assistant. This person is not real. I have said it in really big letters and repeated it. And when I talk to the people later and say, how was it getting scheduled with an assistant, a digital assistant, a non-person? They said, no, I didn't use that. Your assistant Amy helped me. And we laugh, but it's not, it sounds so real. Okay, enough creepy stuff. So here is another meeting tool that can help you. Yes?
But for instance, in this case, is always the person identifies as your assistant. It's not like you, because she's a
correct
female voice. And if I want to do that to make a doctor's appointment or set up something with the appraiser or something like that, how would that she identifies as an assistant, right?
She identifies as an assistant because nobody can match your accent.
Correct.
I think. Correct. Yes. So yes, it's going to identify, but the thing is, it sounds like your assistant that is a person, and it is not a person, it is a digital assistant. This is really interesting. I actually used this today. I was having a brainstorming session. Mary C. Kelly and I are actually going to be working together to do some programs on productivity and leadership for businesses like y'all's. And we were brainstorming, so we used this tool. This is called Voicera, and the part of the tool that, I don't know, they named a part of it Eva, because God forbid they name any assistant a man. Sorry, bitter. So Eva is the assistant in this case. And we called Eva during our meeting, and Eva recorded the whole thing, which is smart, right? So the whole phone call was recorded, but here's what the special sauce is. This is when I first found it. Here's an overview about Voicera. First time I used it was with my husband. I asked him if I could interview him just to see what it was like. So in its most basic format, Voicera is a recording. Here is our interview.
Questions about student loans and how things are going. So tell me a little bit about your business first.
So it has both of our voices and things, and it's recorded the whole thing. But here's where it gets interesting. You can highlight different areas in Voicera. It does it for you in some areas. But here I'm going to scroll down here to my favorite part, which is the word cloud. It analyzes your entire conversation and comes up with a word cloud to show you what you most have discussed. So if you can look here, here are all the different things. My husband's a student loan lawyer, so that comes up a lot. And every time I click on the word, any other word in here.
Sure. So typically when people talk about student loans, you think, well, the poor guy
See that? It's all inside there. You can search for each word. Now, another thing you can do besides looking at the words it has picked out is search for your own. So if I wanted to have the word grandfather, grandparents, or something, within seconds, it comes up with the grandparents' information in there.
I've even seen it where, grandparents have taken out student loans for other students or,
And that's it. That's Voicera. So Voicera was in beta in January. They just launched their full version. It is now free for only 25 minutes at a time. And then after that, I think it's $15 a month for all kinds of extra features. But for a short meeting, what I love is the word cloud thing. That's when you can talk to yourself, which I do a lot. But say you're just talking out an idea, a new marketing idea, or what have you. You can record yourself and then go back and see what words are bubbling up, what concepts. We were talking about something that Crystal Washington, did anybody go to Crystal's session the other day? It was fantastic, I heard. So she was talking about branding and what words do you want to come up about you. Maybe you sit there and talk about your business and find out what's bubbling up. Find out what's going on. And this is another way to analyze it. Plus, it automatically will track numbers. All of those things will be in there. It automatically will track numbers and categories and dates and times and names so that very quickly you can go back to those without having to search. There we go. All right. Which movie is a top 100 password? Every year they do the top 100 passwords in the world. Which movie always makes the list? Is it Up, Mrs. Doubtfire, or Star Wars? A, B, C. Everybody gets a card. All right. Star Wars always shows up. Now, here's the thing about passwords, so make sure we get the cards passed out. Sorry, but your password must contain an uppercase letter, a number, a haiku, a gang sign, and the blood of a virgin. Passwords are one of our biggest challenges. Let me ask, we got another prize I can give away. I'm going to give away another copy of my book. To the first person, this is like let's make a deal, but let's find a nerd. To the first person who can pull up a piece of paper on which you write usernames and passwords that you carry around with you. Let me see the piece of paper in the air. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Could you bring that up here to me real quick? Come see. Oh, she was so happy until this happened. That's well folded.
Had to do this for this trip because my computer crashed.
It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
So you like dogs?
Yes, I love dogs.
Yep. Do you like, who's Kevin?
That's my husband.
Right.
That's not his password.
You have kids? Oh, well, that helps. Okay. All right. And Bammer, who is that?
I can't tell you.
Oh, okay. Now she's going to have to kill me. I hate it when they're... Okay. So thank you.
It says nerd when they see it in diamonds.
Let's consider this less a prize and more of a study manual.
Thank you. I'm very appreciative.
There you go. You need that. Yoo! I make fun of her a little bit, but I can tell you, here is what she's doing right. And we're going to pretend that this is 100% right, not the 20% right that I saw in there. But what she's doing is she has a unique, unguessable password for every single site she visits. A unique, unguessable password for every single site she visits. Not you. I know. That's why I'm mad at you people. You have to. This is the easiest way for bad guys to get in there with you. Let me tell you, she just admired my pen, and I just ordered some more. And I didn't order enough. I wanted to add to my order. So I called up the guy, called up the company, and they said, well, give me your password. And I said, it's long and complicated. It's going to take me a couple minutes because I've got the system. And he said, oh, that's okay. I have it right here. And he was able to see it unsecured. He should not, if they are using the right protocol, he should never have access to that password. He may be able to push a button and reset it, resend it to me, what have you, but he should not be able to see it yet. This person, random person in New England somewhere, that was the accent, could have been Florida, I guess, that person had my password sitting on his computer, which I'm sure was 100% secure, right? So if you are using passwords and reusing them, that guy has your password. And that guy has your password for multiple sites because you're using it over and over again. So here's what I use. It's called LastPass. Eddie and I are on the same page. LastPass is free for the basic version or $24 a year for the deluxe. I lost my clicker. It happens. What LastPass lets you do is you set up an account, and then whenever you visit a website, it will either say, I don't have this password yet. When you put it in, it'll say, I'm going to save it for you. And it'll also give you a grade. It'll say, hey, all these passwords are duplicate. Let's change them. And then it'll say, all these passwords are pathetic. Let's change them. And it'll help you stay. My passwords now are like this long, and they're complicated. They're even hard to read out. You know, it's like capital T, little r, hyphen, drunk hyphen. You know what I mean? It's just really hard to guess. I don't care what you do, and this is my serious face. I don't care what you take away from this session, but understand that now is the perfect time to get this in order, because you have to have a unique password for every single site you visit. Okay, enough lecture. When was selfie the word of the year? Was it A, 1995, 2005, 2013, or 2017? A, B, C, D. C is the winner. All right. C is the winner. People like themselves. People like to see themselves. People like to talk about themselves. People like to know themselves. All right, we need more cards. We're good? Let's see. We have some more cards. Will you pass these along? Here we go. All right. I am honored. I speak for realtor companies all over the country. I speak for associations of realtors all over the country. And I'm awed by what you do. I used to run marathons with Team in Training, and there were, 6 or 8 different realtors on our teams because you're in the community. You're doing all kinds of things. You're a part of our world. You're trying to work with us. And I'm honored. I think you're one of the most knowledgeable professions I've ever met. I think you're actually dignified. The word dignified comes to mind. And I, as an artist, love to capture that dignity on film. So I created this.
Rocking in the gym, rocking in the hall, rocking at the sock hop, rock and roll ball. 16 girls standing in a row. One said hi, I said hello. I kept walking, no one said no. 16 girls standing in a row. Yeah, 16 girls standing in a row. Yeah, dancing on the floor, dancing more, dance baby dance, going dance and ball. 16 girls standing in a row. One said hi, I said hello. I kept walking, no one said no. 16 girls standing in a row. Yeah, 16 girls standing in a row. Go, go, go! Calling it a night, not feeling right. Hold on tight, no girls inside. Says 16 girls stood in a row.
So I went to eat lunch with Mary C. Kelly because she's brilliant and I like listening to her talk. And she ran to the restroom. And when she came back, so I picked up my phone. When she came back, I said, done. My record is 91 seconds to take a few pictures, to take a few video clips, choose a theme, choose a song, press a button. I use Animoto. There are a number of them out there. They keep playing with their prices. It's kind of making me mad. But the free version still gives you up to 20 pictures and video clips. So you can do one from your phone very quickly for almost no money. We did one on your phone for almost no money, for no money. Now that one was a silly one, and I highly recommend making people laugh when you're putting these things together. But watch this one. This was just one big picture that I divided into pieces. But imagine you walk through the house with one of the two decision makers. And he's talking about, oh, this is great when the kids come home, this is this, when this. You take the pictures of the rooms he likes the best. You put the captions on it that speak directly to the needs that he told you about and the things that were the coolest to him. You send it to him. What is he going to do? He's going to send that to the other decision maker and say, here's why I love this house. Because you have told him and reminded him why he loves this house. In a matter of minutes, you can do that. And they'll share them with their friends, exactly. So, I have one more I can show you. There are more on the site. There are more here. But this is Pick, Play, Post. It's made for teenage girls to share cute pictures with one another. But watch this.
Hi, Beth. I can't see you behind that phone, but I wanted to tell you about a listing that I have back in Hilo, Hawaii, that has this most beautiful kitchen with a granite countertop. It's just the right thing for you.
What I like about this room is it's pretty much a living room, but it opens up into the deck, which looks out onto the backyard. And the backyard's got the kind of tropical plantings in there that really make me feel peaceful. So when I get home from work, I go sit in this room and stare out at my backyard, and it just relaxes me for the day's trip.
So it's a 10-foot soaking tub with water pouring out of the ceiling, champagne bubbles, and colors of the rainbow coming out through the sides of this jacuzzi tub. It's wonderful.
Yes, it is. So I walked around. I was speaking at the Hawaii Realtors group. It's tough. I have tough life. And I walked around and collected these testimonials about their favorite rooms. I put them together in one of these in a matter of minutes. You can do that, again, walking through the house and telling them the story that they told you about what they would want to do with this house. Minutes for free. They have actually, for $4.99, I think you get the deluxe pack of collages. So you can do that. All right. Everybody, the cards that you have, distribute them. Everybody wins. And I have a big finish. You ready for the big finish? Yes. All right. It'll have to remain a mystery, all the things I used, but I used Animoto for the big finish. Here we go. It's coming.
Our nerdy time is through, but Beth Z is always here for you. Your nerdybestfriend.com.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't forget this information. Please sign up for my newsletter, and I believe I will turn it back to you. Do you want to talk into my face again? Okay.
Thank you so much, Beth, and please take a moment to fill out your evaluation form.
If you don't want to fill out your evaluations form, leave them for me. That's how I got here in the first place. I filled them all out the last place. I'll get that taken care of for you. Thank you, guys.